Okay, this is Hilda. I'm here in Eureka, North Carolina, and these are two more young men, Mr. Davis and Mr. Howard. Mr. Davis to the right, Mr. Howard to the left. They own this building. They love history. And you know how I feel about families, and these are two men that will be in the movie. They will be up and coming stars, and I'm going to interview them, and they love to collect old buildings, and they love history. And you see, like I told you, we go way back. And these two brothers here, I call them brothers because they look like brothers. What y'all think? Nevertheless, we are going to. Mr. Davis, why don't you tell us a little bit? You know, I told you all about my granddad and my great-granddad, my granddad and my dad. I tell you, we was raised up under Jim Crow law. It doesn't matter about the color of your skin. We all got along. And Mr. Davis, I tell you, he brought memories back to me when I was a little girl. Mr. Davis, why don't you just tell me real quickly just a few things. This is the beginning. I'll be sending you once a week, both of you all. Mr. Howard think he's getting away, but it's not. You see, he got his arm parked on the door ready to run, but he'll be all right. Just tell me a few things of what you remember when you was a little boy.
Oh, these were hard-working memories. Your grandfather grew up with us on the farm, and I remember growing up, time I was 5 years old, 6 years old, picking up tobacco leaves on the farm, and the whole family, yeah, we ate together. Every year we had a big pig picking after we got the harvest in, and your granddaddy, he was a tenant farmer with us, and he had some acreage and tended some tobacco and crops himself, and but we all grew up together. We ate together.
Played together.
Yeah. We played together.
That's right.
His children and I grew up together. We had dirt clog fights in the summer. We went to school together. Most of them were slightly older than me, but more my brother's age. But there's a lot of names we've talked about this morning. Your family, I have not. I've lost touch with them when they moved off the farms and moved into other areas. The last 20, 30 years, so it's good to reminisce.
Well, it's going to be good to bring this movie. I really like you all building. I mean, you know, it brings up memories when I was a tiny girl. And what we're going to do, well, sort of tiny. What we're going to do now, we're going to do the little shy one over here to the left. He thinks he's not going to be in the movie, but he will be there. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, up in the coming star? What is that in your hand right there?
Right here, I just found this pen on the floor. It actually says C.T. Davis General Merchandise, Eureka, North Carolina, and the phone number up here is 242-5244. I had no idea that it was even in here, just on the floor, but I'm actually originally from Eureka. I've been here my whole life. It's like Dale said, he's a little older, so he's got a little more history than I got. But we all grew up together. We all done the same thing. Nobody was any different than anybody else. And on Sunday afternoon, when you went to Granny's house, if you got there a little bit late, it didn't matter because the lunch was on the stove all day long.
Yeah, he's right. I tell you, see, these two gentlemen, if I turn my camera this way, I tell you, I just remember growing up as a little girl here in Stantonburg, North Carolina, lived part of my time in Eureka, and it just really doing something to me to come back home. You always go back home. I don't care how far you go in life. You're always going to come back home. So get a good look at these gentlemen. You're going to see a lot of them in the movie, and we're about to have this big movie, and I kind of threw them into the movie. They didn't even know it until today, but they'll be all right. God bless you all, and see you soon.